Hi, good morning. This is my first blog, so bear with me. In this blog, I'm going to tell you mainly about my work as a researcher in Tanzania, which is just a really cool job. Besides that, I will also try to show how it is to combine that research work with being a mother and having some hobbies like traveling. So for today, I'm just going to give you some introduction on how I'm going to my work, when my work is based, and how does it look like. So I'm here outside. This is the road to my work, and I'm outside because I'm normally cycling to my work. So this is the road where I came from. My home is up there. And if we go in this direction, there we see Mount Kilimanjaro. And this is the road that goes to my work. And as you can see, it goes down, which is true. So basically we live on the lower slopes of Mount Kilimanjaro. As you can see, there's a lot of things already happening at the road. It is 8 o'clock in the morning, so it's not that early yet. But you can normally find already from 6 o'clock it's busy. When the sun is coming up, people start working. For me, I really like the cycling to my work because you can see that a lot is happening already on the road. People are working, they start cleaning the grounds around their houses. There's a lot of public transport, but there's also a lot of people who walk along the road to the place where they have to go, like their work. So when it comes to public transport, you will find the small buses, which are called daladalas, and you also find a lot of bajajis nowadays, which are also known as tuk-tuk to many people. Along the road you may find banana trees and a lot of other fruit trees like mango trees, passion trees, etc. So here we are arriving at Kesarai. Up there is Mount Kilimanjaro, and now I need to find a way to park my bike. So now that we have arrived at Kesarai, behind me you can still see a little bit of Mount Kilimanjaro, which is normally disappearing later in the morning. And if I turn around, then there's my bike, and that is the Kesarai building. Kesarai stands for Kilimanjaro Clinical Research Institute, and it is, as I said, it's a research institute under the Good Samaritan Foundation. I've been working here for 10 years now with great pleasure, and I'm just very grateful that I am able to continue my career in this institute. So if we walk from my bike to my office, you can see that the building has 2 floors, and on the first floor there's mainly the supporting units, and on the second floor you will find many of our researchers. And Kesarai is doing a research on infectious diseases, but now it's also changing to other conditions such as maternal and child health and non-communicable diseases. So here we go to the second floor, and that is where we reach my office. Now that I have told you a bit about Kesarai, I also want to tell you a bit more about my work in Kesarai. I am a postdoc researcher, and currently I have a fellowship from the European and Developing Countries Clinical Trials Partnership, which is under the European Union. This fellowship is to build my career as a mid-career researcher, and we have been doing research on digital tools. With that, I am also leading other projects in which we use digital tools for disease management. So within the Career Development Fellowship, which was funded by EDSTP, as I said, we are doing a clinical trial to see if digital adherence tools can improve adherence to treatment among people living with HIV. Besides that study, we also are doing a cluster randomized trial among TB patients to see if another type of digital adherence tool is improving adherence to treatment among TB patients. That study is done in the whole of Kilimanjaro. And another study that we are currently doing is among Maasai, where we have developed a platform with interactive voice response calling to inform them about family planning and contraceptives. So often I'm sitting in this office, but I'm also having meetings with other researchers and with people in the field like nurses and pharmacists. And for the Maasai project, we often travel to the place where we are doing that research, which is about a 4-hour drive from here. So currently I am really busy with finalizing an application for another fellowship, which is called the Senior Fellowship Plus. This one also falls under EDSTP and could follow on the Career Development Fellowship. So this means I have to write a good proposal, I need to have the right people, I need to think what is the best to do at this moment, and especially how can we align with what EDSTP wants us to do. And for this project, it was very important to assist in decreasing the gender gap in research by increasing the number of female researchers and by decreasing the regional disparity in research, which means there are countries in sub-Saharan Africa which are not yet having a big research capacity. So through this, we could increase that by having a trainee from such a country. And for now, we have found a very ambitious young female doctor in Rwanda who is willing to take that part in my proposal. So the deadline is next week, so I still have 1 week to work on this proposal, and I really hope in the end it will lead to winning the grant. I also want to show a bit how my office looks like. So this is my desk, and there is the door of our office, and that is the beautiful drawing of my son on the wall showing what happens when you bring your son to work. And here is our cabin, and I think I will be able to find the digital adherence tool that we are currently using in our studies, and which we're also hopefully planning to use in future studies. So this is the box. You can see when I keep my hand with it how big it is. Very small actually. So the participant stores his or her medication inside this box, and this box is called Wise Pill box. So when he takes medication, the box will send a signal. You can see it's beeping. It will send a signal to our server, where we can program when a participant normally takes medication. And then if the medication was not taken on time, or actually when the box was not opened on time, he or she will receive an SMS on her mobile phone to remind him or her to take medication. So this is basically how it works. We have done a pilot study in which we investigated if it's feasible to use here, and we showed it was feasible. This was published in a medical journal which is called AIDS and Behavior. And now we are finalizing our trial where we see if it improves adherence to treatment among adults living with HIV. As I see, it's almost 5:30. I think I call it a day, and I will go home to have some time with my kids before they are too tired. So I wish you all a good night.
Please try again. Thank you.